Today, what we're going to do is use some of the photos that you selected or have taken and put them in a new context using Pixlr. So Pixlr is kind of laid out similar to Photoshop. It's a little bit different, but it's a pretty high quality program for you to be able to manipulate images and combine them in new ways. So what you're going to do is when you come into Pixlr, which is right up here, pixlr.com/e forward slash. But if you do a search in Google, it'll come right up. And you're going to go new image. And what I would do is just do a full definition, a full HD image, and then go create. And then you're going to have a window. In that window, you are going to assemble your images and create a collage. So when you go to open an image, you're just going to go wherever it is that you've saved your images. So it's going to be important that you put them in a place that you're able to find them. And you can just go ahead and open it up. And then I'm just going to do the middle because just for efficiency, that is a better size. Okay, so here you can see I've opened up these bottles, but they're not on my untitled image. I am going to place everything on this image. So I already opened up my images, so I'm going to just go and if you go Command A, or you can go Edit, copy, you can then just take that and move it into your document. So I'm going to go and put everything in there right now. So I have done that one. Now I can close it. I'm going to take this one here, Command All, or edit copy, Control C, and then over to here, Command V. Okay. But you could do them from this here. And you can see that these images are coming in as their own separate layer. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to grab this. So I'm just taking a lot of the photos that I photographed, and I am going to just paste them all together, and then I'm going to work in this collage. So this exercise is a way for you to just start playing with what layers can do. It could be abstract, or it could be something that is more of a linear narrative, but basically I want you to have an understanding of how these objects go together. So, oops, I don't want to do that. You can always go edit undo when you do the wrong thing, but you also have your history menu right here, so I can just do undo lasso. Why is it still doing? All right, deselect. Okay, so I'm going to go select all, edit copy, and then I'm going to just take that and I'm going to put it into my collage. I did name my document, which I should have showed you, but you'll be able to name yours, and then you're going to be able to find things more easily. And then I'm going to just go and insert one more image. So I'm going to come over here, and I believe it's, where is it? You can see that I have lots of things that I opened up. I thought I had kitty, but I don't know where it is. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to my collage image. So now everything is sort of arranged on top of something else. So what I can do is I can click on each image, and I can then start scaling these so that I have more space around it. Okay, and then I have, this one is really big. I might want to keep that big and make that the full background, or I can split my screen like this. Okay, so I want to go like this. Okay, and I'm going to just make this big. So I'm just going to show you some basic things, and then you're going to be able to decide what it is that you're going to do with each of these things. So let me zoom in here a little bit. Now, the thing that I want you to be aware of is that each layer has each image has its own layer, and only when you're on that specific layer is it active. All right. So now I have my sunflower here. I can come in here and then I have these different blending modes. And this is what I want you to play with today are these blending modes to create interesting effects in your piece. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go through these and you can see that looks kind of nice. But as you move through them, some of them do different things, right? So you're just going to be playing with blending modes. And the reason why I'm having you start with this is a really great thing to do if you've created a work of art and you want to revise it and do something more, a little bit different with it, but preserve the original one, right? Because once it's digitized, you can do whatever it is that you want to do with it. Um, and it's not going to impact the original. So I'm like, well, I'll keep that with that little blue sun there. So now I'm going to go on to this layer here. And you also have the opportunity to scale each one. You can see that these little anchors allow you to scale each image and place it where you want it to go. So like maybe I want it to come in here and I want it to pull down here. Uh, but perhaps I want to remove part of it. I could take this tool here and I could go like this, and then I could go and delete that. And now it's sitting in there a little bit more seamlessly. So the lasso tool allows you to remove things. And here I want to go to show you that you have different filters that you can go with, like, and you get to control the amount of how much of that filter you want on your piece. So I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Uh, um, and then you can, with each individual layer, go ahead and play with the way that the mode comes in and affects the layer below it. So the way that these blending modes work is they are interacting with the layer below it. And you can see that you can soften that by using this little pull line. So today, really what I want you to do is just explore different ways of playing with some of your images. Now, if I wanted to, I could come in and put an overall texture on my piece. If I come in and I get this one here, because I have this art background that I created, and I can go edit. Wait, I think it's on image, rotation, go clockwise. Then I can go and control all or edit, and then control C, or you could do edit copy, select all, edit copy, edit paste. And then I'm going to go into my collage and I'm going to put this on top. Okay. And now you can see that it has obstructed everything below it. The reason why I did that is because I want you to see that you can then reorder your layers to decide what order you want them to be in. So with this, because I have that texture underneath, when I do a blending mode on this one here, it's going to allow for that background to come through. So like if I do screen, it's adding that texture to it so that it gives it a more of a arty kind of feel. So the more layers you have, the more you can experiment with how these layers interact with each other. And so here I could go and just come in here and I am going to go ahead and do a blending mode on this one. And you can just like go through them and it's just like kind of like a toy box, right? You're just like going through and you're taking it out, you're playing with it, and you're like, wow, do I like that? If you like it, you keep it, right? But it's a way for you to take your piece and add more to it. Okay, so that is what you're going to do today. This is going to be the first piece in our step of exploring digital imagery and using Pixlr. And it automatically saves everything, but you can download a copy of it, but you can go save. And what I would say when you save it, I would save it as a PNG because then that way you would be able to open up all the different layers and be able to move them again. But it's going to save it right in here. So next time you log in, your image is going to be right there in Pixlr. All right, so have fun. That's what we're doing. And I will meet with each of you to make sure that you understand it. All right, have fun.